A young man named Mukasa enters a remote Ugandan village. He walks carefully, his feet sinking into the soft dirt as the setting sun casts a golden light on the tall savanna grass. The villagers, dressed in traditional clothing, watch from the shadows, their eyes filled with suspicion. Mukasa feels the weight of their stares, but he presses on, curiosity and unease mingling in his heart. What lies ahead in this village, surrounded by dark, towering trees? Only time will tell. As Mukasa approaches, an elderly woman emerges from the gathering darkness. She is the village elder, her weathered face a map of stories untold, her sharp eyes filled with secrets. Clutching a staff carved with tribal symbols, she watches Mukasa with a deep, penetrating gaze. What does she know? And what does she see in the young man who dares to enter her village? Mukasa's curiosity leads him deeper into the village, but he stumbles upon something strange, a hidden pit, covered carefully with a mat, blending into the earth around it. Above the pit rests a seemingly ordinary chair. Could this be a trap waiting for an unsuspecting visitor to sit? The village is dimly lit by lanterns as Mukasa's heartbeat quickens. What kind of danger lurks beneath? Peering into the pit, Mukasa's eyes widen in horror. The faint light reveals a gruesome scene, bones and tattered clothing, remnants of those who met a grim fate. The ground is disturbed, as if many have passed through and never to return. Behind him, the village elder watches without a word, her face as still as stone. The tension rises, the air thick with dread. Suddenly, Mukasa realizes something chilling. The villagers, once seemingly friendly, and now reveal their true nature. Their sinister expressions betray the dark secrets they've been hiding. Dressed in vibrant traditional attire, some wield crude weapons, their eyes set on Mukasa. Slowly, they surround him, and the peaceful facade of the village fades into something more dangerous. The dense forest looms behind them, as if offering Mukasa no escape. Panicked, Mukasa makes a desperate run for it. His breath quickens, his heart pounding as he sprints through the savannah, the grass scraping against his skin. Behind him, the villagers give chase, their footsteps echoing in the night. The moon is high, casting an eerie glow over the landscape. Trees close in on all sides, the branches seeming to reach for him as he stumbles forward, seeking any way out. The village, now under the cover of night, appears almost serene. Huts lie in darkness, with only flickers of light from within. But beneath the calm lies danger, a hidden menace that Mukasa can feel deep in his bones. The shadows seem longer here, the trees swaying gently in the breeze, whispering secrets only the wind can hear. Hiding behind a massive tree, Mukasa catches his breath, his chest heaving with fear. The forest is alive with the sounds of the night, rustling leaves, distant cries of unseen animals. In the distance, the villagers search for him, their torches flickering through the dense brush. Can Mukasa survive the night? The forest feels both like his shelter and his prison. Meanwhile, the villagers gather around a roaring bonfire at the heart of the village. Dressed in ceremonial robes, their faces painted with intricate patterns, they perform a strange ritual. Drums beat in rhythm, their chants haunting, echoing through the night air. The flames rise high, dancing wildly as shadows stretch across the ground. Mukasa watches from afar, mesmerized and terrified at the same time. What dark power do these villagers wield? The final confrontation draws near. Mukasa, now resolved to fight, stands face to face with the village elder. Her eyes glow with a sinister light as if she's in full control of the situation. Mukasa grips a makeshift weapon, his face hardened with determination. Around them, the villagers stand silent, watching. The air is thick with tension, as the outcome of this battle will determine both their fates. As Mukasa makes his way deeper into the forest, he follows a narrow, winding path. The trees here are twisted, their branches like skeletal hands reaching out to ensnare him. He moves cautiously, every step filled with fear. The forest hums with life, but it feels oppressive, alive with secrets that whisper in the night air. Mukasa is far from safe, but for now, he must press on. Dawn finally breaks over the haunted village, but it is deserted, eerily quiet. The huts, once full of life, are now empty, crumbling with age. Debris litters the ground, and the silence is thick with an unsettling finality. The sun's first rays cast long shadows, and Mukasa realizes this village, once teeming with dark energy, is now nothing but a forgotten memory. The trees stand tall, silent witnesses to the horrors that transpired. And then, Kato, the young boy, steps into the picture. His bright eyes reflect the setting sun as he approaches Mukasa, curiosity lighting his face. With a simple beaded necklace and traditional clothing, Kato appears innocent, yet there's something more to him. Mukasa looks down, surprised by the boy's presence, but Kato gazes up with a mix of curiosity and knowing. Who is this boy, and what role does he play in the strange events of the village? Kato confidently leads Mukasa through the village. Though the air is thick with tension, the boy walks with purpose. Mukasa, larger and more muscular, follows, his eyes scanning the villagers at work. The path is lined with small huts, children playing in the distance. As the first stars begin to appear in the deep blue sky, there's an uneasy sense that more is yet to come. Kato shows Mukasa something unsettling, the hidden pit covered by a mat. With a mischievous glint, the boy points it out, and Mukasa kneels to inspect the ground. The dry earth around them cracks beneath their feet as the village fades into the background. Mukasa's expression shifts from curiosity to concern as the last rays of sunlight disappear behind the mountains. Suddenly, Kato's face shifts to fear. With urgency, he grabs Mukasa's hand, pulling him back just in time. The night has fallen, and the village grows eerily silent. Kato's eyes widen, and Mukasa realizes the gravity of the situation. The villagers may be closer than they think. Shadows creep in, and the tension builds with every passing second. Kato takes a brave stand, placing himself between Mukasa and the advancing villagers. Though young, his determination is evident. The villagers hesitate, surprised by the boy's courage. Holding their crude weapons, they approach cautiously, their menace tempered by Kato's protective stance. The moonlight bathes the scene, heightening the fear and bravery in equal measure. Kato whispers urgently, formulating a plan for escape. His eyes dart around as he explains, pointing towards the dense forest beyond the village. Hidden behind a massive tree, the boy's face is serious, wise beyond his years. Mukasa listens closely, trusting the young boy's instincts. The forest looms large, dark, and full of mystery. Together, Kato and Mukasa flee the village. The dense forest slows their escape, but Kato leads with agility, weaving through the underbrush. Mukasa follows, his face set in determination, but behind them, the sounds of the villagers in pursuit grow louder. The trees tower above, their branches creating a labyrinth that complicates their every move. Finally, Kato guides Mukasa to a hidden path in the forest. Vines and thick bushes obscure the way, but Kato moves confidently, familiar with every step. Mukasa follows closely, placing his trust in the boy's knowledge of the land. The forest, while still dangerous, offers a glimmer of hope as they disappear into its shadowy depths. By the stream, Mukasa and Kato catch their breath. The moonlight reflects off the water, creating a peaceful contrast to the danger they've just escaped. Kato, exhausted but relieved, looks to Mukasa. In his young face, Mukasa sees both innocence and strength. They share a quiet moment of understanding, bonded by the trials they've faced together. Finally, the two stand at the edge of the forest, looking back at the village that almost claimed their lives. Kato's face is set with determination, while Mukasa, thoughtful and resolved, weighs his next move. Dawn approaches, casting the village in a soft light. They are safe for now, but both know that the story is far from over.